Hi, the doctor is in. I'm Dr. LB, and I'm here to help you through your mathematical difficulties. Let's get started. Today, we're going to look at basic graphing. And in order for us to graph, we need to first of all talk about the rectangular coordinate system. The rectangular coordinate system is a grid broken down into 4 quadrants. And in each quadrant, we can plot points, x, comma, y. If we start at the point where these two lines intersect, this is the point 0, 0, or the origin. This horizontal line represents the x-axis, and this vertical line represents the y-axis. So we can plot points x, comma, y in each of the 4 quadrants. Now, in quadrant 1, x's are positive and y's are positive. In quadrant 2, x's are negative, y's are positive. In quadrant 3, both x and y are negative. And in quadrant 4, x's are positive and y's are negative. So now we're going to plot a couple points in the rectangular coordinate system. We have the point negative 3, comma 2. Now remember that the first coordinate represents the x. So we're going to go to our origin, the point 0, 0. And the x coordinate here is negative 3. So we're going to move 3 to the left because we're going in the negative direction. Our y coordinate is positive 2. We're going to move 2 up. This is the point negative 3, comma 2. Now let's look at the point positive 2, comma negative 5. Again, go to the origin. We're going to move 2 in the positive x direction and 5 in the negative y direction. And so this is our point 2, negative 5. So now that we know how to plot points, let's graph some equations by plotting points. We're going to look at the equation y equals x squared plus 3. And we're going to draw a chart here where we have an x column, a y column, and then the actual ordered pair in a column. Now, they are giving us here x values of negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So we're going to take each of these x values and we're going to go to our equation, and wherever there's an x, we're going to replace it. So let's look at negative 2. We'll have negative 2 squared plus 3, which is 7. So we have a point negative 2, 7. We have negative 1 squared plus 3, which is 4. So we have a point negative 1, comma 4. We have 0 squared plus 3, which is 3. So we have a point 0, comma 3. We have 1 squared plus 3, and that's 4. So we have a point 1, comma 4. And then we have 2 squared plus 3, which is 7. So we have a point 2, comma 7. Now we need to plot these points. Negative 2, 7 is here. Negative 1, 4 is here. 0, 3, 1, 4, and 2, 7. So what we have is a U shape. This is called a parabola. All right, so for our next problem, we're going to graph y equals absolute value of x minus 3. So again, let's draw our chart, our x column, our y equals absolute value of x minus 3. And then let's have a column where we have our actual ordered pairs. We're going to again look at negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So the absolute value of negative 2 is 2, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So we have the point negative 2, negative 1. The absolute value of negative 1 is 1, and 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So we have the point negative 1, comma negative 2.
The absolute value of 0 is 0. Minus 3 is negative 3. So we have a point 0, comma, negative 3. The absolute value of 1 is 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So we have a point 1 comma negative 2. The absolute value of 2 is 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So we have a point 2 comma negative 1. Now let's plot these points. Negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, 0, negative 3, 1, negative 2, and 2, negative 1. So the absolute value function is in the shape of a V. So remember that Dr. LB is always in. Please come back for more math help.